How's it going, everyone? How's it going? I think we are live. Just taking a second here. I have it pulled up on my phone. I just want to make sure that this is actually working. The market seems like it kind of rebounded there for a second. So I want to talk about what's happening in the market right now, whether we actually think it's a rebound, what's going on, and just talk about some of the gains because we're seeing some nice movements on some stocks. Now, again, hopefully the picture isn't too fuzzy or anything like that. I think it's probably good. Have some dislike in the video too. So if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I really appreciate that. It's been kind of a crazy market and I've been kind of running around. So sorry if I'm out of breath here for a second. I've been doing videos all day long, trying to get ready for the weekend. I'm actually going away for the weekend. So I want to talk about the market. Also, so so some people saying I'm doing too much quantity here, but I'm getting ready for the weekend, stepping away. I want to do a little bit on the market itself, and then also talk just about like something fun. I mean, we're seeing a little bit green. It's Friday afternoon. Let's have a little bit of fun here. I just was talking to my Patreon about doing a video on some different like personal questions and stuff too. So if you guys want to ask me some personal questions later in, we'll talk about that. But let's talk about the market here because honestly, I've been buying all week long. I have been so excited to buy SFTW, RAAC, a lot of these SPACs that are under 1050. Like there's some people wondering about redemption values and stuff, and I've talked about that a little bit over the week. But honestly, you're getting very low value. Like you're getting in at the same price as a lot of the pipe investors, like the people are investing large amounts, and you're getting in almost at the same value as them. And there's almost no downside. Like some of the SPACs are coming down under the $10 value mark, and the SPAC investor that's his name on Patreon. He doesn't have a YouTube, but I've been subscribed to him. I'm like helping him. He's helping me a little bit on the SPAC side. And he had a really good post. I should really send this to my Patreon members, talking about how some of these SPACs are going under $10, but that's because people are getting margin called and they're just having to sell at a little bit of a loss. And so I think it's going to be something where, yeah, some stocks are going down under $10, but they were at pretty much all-time lows. And I've tried to be here for you guys as much as possible throughout the week because like this is a scary time for a lot of investors. And I've been trying to explain my thought process. Like instead of selling out of all these biotech stocks that honestly, when we see green days, these are probably going to be the ones that go up 20, 30, 40%. Instead of selling out of those, my thought process is limit the downside by adding more of these SPACs. Like if you have cash, I've been trying to add SFTW every single chance I get. Like I think I've tripled my position on it over the last couple of weeks since I made my original video because it's just awesome. It's an amazing value. It's amazing downside protection. So I see some people saying they lost a lot of money. I lost a lot of money this week too. Like I don't even know what my portfolio has gone down to. I have several different portfolios. I do want to hear your thoughts on something. So I have a couple of videos planned for the weekend. I am literally downloading one now. And so we'll talk about the market in a second, but I have a couple of videos planned for the weekend. I want to know whether you guys think it's too gauche to talk about one of the videos that I have there. So I'll hit on that in a second. And Jacob, appreciate the super chat here. He says, has someone asked you about Sens yet? Just want to know, what do you think we're going to do from this point? So I tried to listen to part of the conference call yesterday because they had their Q3 earnings or Q4 earnings. Sorry. They had that last night and I listened to part of it, but I had to go because I was looking at houses. So I had to go through a house at that time. But honestly, I think people are selling these biotechs just because they've been up so much. I still like Sens. I'm not selling at all. I've been cautious about adding to these because there are so many deals in SPACs that have limited downside. So I added a little bit of TTOO today. I haven't added BNGO or Sens, but I like them long term. It's just that they have been up so much. I'm still not at my cost basis. So I think if you're looking at Sens long term and you like the company, now's not a bad time to get in. I just haven't been buying because they've fallen down so much. And like SFTW, I keep on coming back to that one. It seems like such a value because of the downside protection. Like if I told you, okay, you can lose 3% on this investment, but you'll probably make 20 to 50% in the next couple months. I think most people would take that. So that's just kind of my thinking on it. But okay, so let's get on the market here for a second. So I'm gonna share my screen for you guys. You can take a look at my WeBull portfolio. Well, not my WeBull portfolio, but my watch list here. So it's gonna be trippy here for a second. You're probably gonna go screen and screen and screen here. But let's get over here to the market. So we saw this massive dip, and we've been seeing this almost every single day between like 10 and 10:30 to 11 most of the time. Today it happened a little bit later, 11:30, and this is Eastern time. But we saw this dip, and it just kept on happening where we kept on thinking, okay, 10:30 is going to come back up, and we saw a little bit of a jump, and then it came back down. And honestly, it's been kind of a crazy ride. We're even seeing it tick down a little bit now, but we're seeing a lot of stocks actually come back. Now, a lot of the bigger tech plays haven't been moving as much as the SPACs, but take a look at this. Like every single stock on this list was red today. There was the VIX that was green, which is the volatility index. There were Bitcoin and Ethereum, but at one point, I think literally every single stock on this list was red. Now, we're seeing some more green here. So this is about 55 different stocks and different indexes and stuff. Corporate universe is the one that's up the most, which it should be because it's down huge after an SEC problem. Not a problem. I'm still holding it. I have a little bit of the stock. Humble up a little bit. Aon. So my brother-in-law, or A1, my brother-in-law has been talking about this one. This one's 3D printing stock. This one has made a good comeback. You can see the dip here, and I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see better. It's been making a good comeback and is coming in pretty strong right now. Now it's at $11.60 overall. Still some downside, but honestly, if you had brought this up to anyone 2 weeks ago and said, "Hey, you can be in a 3D printing SPAC for $11.60," a lot of people would have been into it. Vector Acquisition. So is that VACQ? Yep. So this one is merging with Rocket Labs at almost $12 now. So up 5.5%. I almost bought more of this one today. I didn't though. Then we have SFTW actually making a nice comeback. I bought some of this all throughout the week. I've been buying 15 share increments. Honestly, it's one of those things where you have to thread the needle between buying too much and not buying enough. But it's up 5%. Now, any of these can dip, honestly. Like, any of these could dip. Conversion Labs, I talked about this with my Patreon. If you aren't in that, definitely take a look down below. There's a link to it. I've been telling them what I've been doing all week long. Like I've probably been bugging them with how much information I'm giving them. But LFMD, let's pull up a chart here. I probably have it here, honestly. I posted this yesterday. They are growing their revenues so quickly. I think a lot of people forgot about it. It was Conversion Labs a while ago, and I'm just pulling up straight from what I've been posting. This is all in the last day. Annual revenue growth. It went from 12.5 to 38 million year over year, and their annualized run rate is 60 million right now. Now they came out with guidance today that increased it. So they say Q1 revenues on track to exceed 17 million, up to 295%. So yeah, they're expecting like a run rate of 70 million, give or take, on Q1 results, and it sent the stock price up. The market cap is, I want to say 400 million now or something like that. It's pretty low, honestly, for what they're doing, and it's in the telehealth space. So take a look at that one right now. Honestly, that one's come down 50% over the last couple of weeks. So take a look at that one. Ethereum and Bitcoin. There's a link down there to BlockFi in case you want interest on your Ethereum or Bitcoin or stablecoin. I have over $200,000 in there. Like most of my net worth is there. Definitely check that out if you're interested. But they pay 6% on Bitcoin, 5.25% on Ethereum, up to like 9.3% on some stablecoin. Those are good plays, I think, over the long term. Those have held up really well the last couple of weeks. Alpha Healthcare, another one that I like long term. A lot of these are jumping back and forth. GHVI, I really almost picked up more of this today. It fell pretty low. I think it fell to 1150 or something. I think I picked up more shares, but I should have bought even more. Easier to say, hindsight's 2020, but I've been buying that one all week. GIC I bought yesterday. I think or 2 days ago, something. Everything's meshing together. That one's down a little bit. It's pretty much sideways though. JP Morgan, I wouldn't be buying big companies like that because so many companies are at a sale right now. Tattooed Chef still down a lot. It was down to 1750 earlier today. Quell is down a good amount. This is a company that's probably they're in talks with merging with a EV toll company. Another one that's kind of similar to ACIC or is it RKT? I don't remember the exact ticker, but another one that's in that space. Also, we have let's see what's actually down a good amount. So we have CCIV down. It was way down there though. Clean Spark was way down, under 20 for a little bit. Teladoc was under 180. Tesla was at 550, I want to say 540, something like that. Insane price. ChargePoint was down, I think at 20, 21. I've been picking up shares of that all week. NEO was down to 32 earlier. So if you've been buying the dip today, you made a decent amount. Now, of course, we've been quote buying the dip all week and it's just kept on falling, but the VIX is down, which is good. That was up much higher. So that's a volatility index, kind of steers the market a little bit. It seems like STPK was down a good amount. And then we have the bottom, right? So let's see. Okay, so flip me back here, but we have Senseonics, which was down huge earlier. We have what was it? TTOO? Is it still? Did it go up a lot? TTOO was the bottom of this one earlier. Okay, so we might have to change by price to take a look at this a little bit simpler. TTOO is down 19%. Okay. That one has gone down a lot. I bought some today. It's down a lot since I bought it. I bought it at 174, but I haven't been buying biotech, but I bought this one today. I might add some more since people are asking about that, and I'll get to questions here in a second. But yeah, a lot of these biotechs still have room to fall down, but they also have a lot of potential upside. So I've been adding more SPACs, but I could see a play for these biotechs. So that's kind of where I'm sitting here. Let's see where this updated. Let's see if it kept on dipping. Now, I'll be honest, I was drinking this in one of my videos earlier. So let's see. Yeah, so it actually looks like the mark. Yeah, it ticked up a little bit actually. Okay. So that's good. It seems like it's consolidating a little bit. So let's see. What questions do you guys have? Sorry if I missed some super chats here. Let's see. And maybe we'll float around to some different stuff here in a second. I'm just gonna pull up my phone to see it a little bit easier. Okay, so lots of questions here. SFTW, I love it. Tesla is a good deal now if you're looking long term. I am buying a house. Unfortunately, I'm paying cash. I just can't get a loan because my income is too new. Okay, 1 second. I have to kick someone out. Sorry. I've been around for I need to report something here real quick. I was on a different screen, so I didn't see it. Okay, what else? Clean Spark. Yeah, Clean Spark is decent value right now. Honestly, it's a good value if you're not worried about the short seller reports, the lawsuits and stuff like that. I've been talking about it a lot. I like it a lot. I've been adding more shares. Yeah, so I just banned that guy. So yeah, you don't have to worry about that. Have I seen MKD today? No, I haven't. Why don't you show us your portfolio? So I have a portfolio reveal this weekend. Thing is, I recorded a couple days ago. So try to be nice to me. I didn't do that on purpose. It's just my day has been so busy today. And those portfolio reveals are actually harder than you would expect because I'm not just talking. I have to flip through. I have to cut certain stuff out so you can't see personal information. So those actually take a good amount of time, and I have so many different portfolios. It's not like I'm just going to WeBull and going through. Like, I have Fidelity, WeBull, M1 Finance. I have multiple portfolios. I have other stuff too on the side. I have BlockFi. Like, it takes a while, and I didn't have the time to make another video. So I've been buying throughout the whole week. So just know that. Face reveal. Yeah, you got it. This is the face reveal. Still got some workhorse? No, I don't. I made a video about that months ago that I sold it. And I got a lot of hate for it, but obviously it worked out well for me now. RAAC, yeah, I like that one. A lot of people have been asking about it. What's stopping you from 2xing your money in stocks before cash buying a house, Sam? So I'd love to do that. But I have a girlfriend. We've talked about buying a house here for months. And there's something that came up on the market that we actually both like that's in the price range. And honestly, like I would love to throw more cash at some of the opportunities right now, but I don't have the opportunity to. So I've been throwing cash in all week, but I don't, like, I can't double my portfolio tomorrow by adding 100K in cash or something. So people are saying huge drop right now. So let's take a look. Let's see. And then DMs, people are saying huge drop. So I think you guys should be able to see my screen. I clicked off before I could make sure, but yeah, this isn't like a Meet Kevin setup where I have everything super automated yet. But okay, so loading a little bit. Looks like, yeah, a little tick down, right? Honestly, I'd love to see a little bit more of a sell-off in certain stocks, because like the house is coming down below what I have in cash. So I might have to throw some more money if the market keeps on falling. So it doesn't look too bad on some of these. I don't know why it won't let me scroll down any further, but there is TTOO below here too. But okay, so yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Let's look at NNDM. So I've done videos on NNDM. A lot of people have been asking me about NNDM. Honestly, this is one. Okay, so it's down 7.5%. Let's look at the 1 hour. So yeah, NNDM, one that I haven't been buying ever. Like, I've never bought it because it was just too speculative for me. Like, okay, so it's come down a good amount. Like, they've been going up on nothing essentially. So like, I'll cover it and stuff, and we can keep on riding the wave up if you're interested in that. But I just never have bought in because of that. Like, I've been pretty clear that it wasn't moving up for anything that was tied to anything besides the fact that they kept on raising money and raising money and raising money. Maybe I should have been more clear about like the risks of it, but I haven't really talked about that too much, I guess. So let's go back to everything else here. Okay, so it's pretty nice though. My portfolio actually turned green for a little bit for the first time in a while. So guys, I want to. Okay, should I sell my organs if the market keeps on dropping to buy the dip? Maybe if SFTW is back at $10. But yeah. So I need your opinion on something. And I just filmed a video and I asked this partway through the video. Okay. I had a income video that was planned for this weekend. My income, as you guys might know or might guess, is pretty high. I had filmed it like Monday because I have stuff this weekend. I can't be around the computer. I can't be filming. I'm wondering if it's too gauche to actually put up the video. Like I filmed another video now so that I don't have to put that one up if I don't want. I just don't know whether I should be doing that. Obviously, the market's really red this week. I don't want to like piss people off. I don't want people to feel bad or anything. But I always found those videos interesting, and I made it very clear, like, this isn't a flex or anything like that. I just want to show people like what's possible. Like, YouTube money is pretty crazy. So like, I filmed it. I might just hold on to it, but I'm kind of wondering your thoughts, whether I should put it up or whether I should just keep it for like a couple more days. And I don't see no posting income, please. Now you deserve your success, man. Okay, sweet. So yeah, a little bit of a mixed bag here. It's crazy YouTube money. To play devil's advocate, the market needs some corrections. Yeah, I agree. I guess it will go down. No, please. Hi, Sam. Post it. You're good, man. Yeah, so I guess that's kind of the mixed bag, right? So Some people will hate it, some people will like it. No matter what you do, some people hate it and some people like it on YouTube. I mean, I'm talking to thousands of people. So some people will click on it even knowing that they'll hate the video and then just post a comment. Like the video that I did 3 weeks ago on a coming market crash, and no one wanted to listen to it. And then a week later, the market crashed and no one had cash, or a lot of people didn't have cash. So yeah, so some people are saying, F the haters. Yeah. How crazy is YouTube money? It depends how well you monetize and like what you're doing and what you're doing, how many videos you're posting and stuff like that. But okay, I just wanted to know your thoughts on that. Also, I have that portfolio reveal planned for this weekend. I think that's going to be good. I answered a bunch of personal questions too in my video. I did another video that's actually downloading now. Hopefully my computer doesn't explode or something trying to push this out, because it's really overheated when it tries to download videos. But I'm doing a portfolio reveal that's a little bit delayed, so hopefully I don't get too much flack for that either. Maybe people are nicer after the little bit of green here that we're seeing. And actually some are coming down a little bit now. But yeah, so I have that planned. I have another video where I go over some personal questions. You guys let me know right now. I'd love to answer some personal questions. Like I'm just trying to hang out a little bit too. I mean, it's nice just to see some promise of green. Like some of these SPACs literally couldn't go lower, but it's nice to see some other companies that could go lower. They're ticking up. Like how many of these high risk, high reward plays are now, they were like negative 25%. Now they're negative 15 or something. The little wins here that we're going for. But yeah, let me know. Do you guys have any personal questions that aren't like, what do you think about this stock or something? And I'm just looking at my phone too, so you guys know I'm not like ignoring you or anything. So that way I get the actual chat comments, because right now I'm on a different screen, so it doesn't show me. I need the multiple monitors in my new house. Okay, so while some people are saying that, what are some? I'll answer some of these other questions. What do you think about BNGO? I like it long term, but it's gone up so much in the last 2 months. I'm not buying it right now because it's still up 300% since I bought it. Bring back the crash. Yeah, it's gonna be so funny, dead money, because so many people hated this, and then as soon as it's gone and we see like 2 weeks of bull market, people are gonna be like, oh man, I wish I had gotten this at this price. It's gonna be crazy. And I appreciate someone just signed up for the Patreon, Gil Arbril. I appreciate you signing up. Honestly, anyone that signs up right now, I'll give them a personal shout out right now. But okay, let's get into some stuff here. So Darren says, so I guess I'm not going to get into politics. I guess we can get into religion or something. Am I a Christian? Yes. Fubo, I'm holding long term. I'm not adding more right now because there's just so many stocks that are at a discount that have like no downside right now, like these SPACs. So I'm not adding more to some of these older companies that are not older, but like some of the companies that are in the $20, $30 range that have downside that don't have the SPAC protection. Let's see what else. The triumphs and lessons learned stock-wise. Yeah, so I think one triumph I've had is every time there's been a dip, I've been smart enough or lucky enough to continue to dollar cost average into it. So I haven't been greedy. I've been in a situation where last year when the market dip happened in March, I didn't have YouTube income. I had like 5 or 10K or maybe 15K that I could throw at the market, and it was not like I was using it for something at that point. I was going to do something with it, but instead of paying off loans, I put it into the market. It was a great thing because the market returned and bounced right back up. And same thing here. Like now I have a lot more money to throw at it, but that's something that I've done well. Something that I haven't done well, probably telling people like enough and being willing to put up with enough people giving me crap about keeping some cash. Now I've tried to do that. Like I've done some videos on it, but I probably could have made a better point of it. So that's something. Why not wait till the housing market crashes? I think that like there are certain things that are purely analytical, and I'm a pretty analytical person, But my girlfriend and I have been living at home now for me almost 3 years, and my girlfriend's been living at home almost 2 years. So at some point we have to get out, and I think the Fed's going to keep rates low. So who knows if the market crashes, the housing market crashes in the next 2 years. It might take a very long time for that to happen. So that's kind of my thought. My top 3 conviction stocks, honestly, it's going to be hard right off the top of my head. Honestly, though, I think SFTW all week long when it's been around the 1030 to 1050 range, like I would put in a good amount into that. I've been putting in a lot. I probably bought that more this week than anything else. Another high conviction one, like just the charge point. This is going to be higher in the next 5 years. I can almost guarantee it. Of course, like this isn't financial advice. Something else, GHVI. I've been buying this one all week long too. It went to 1150 today. That's stupid low. I was excited to buy it at 17. High conviction. And I realized these are like newer plays, but there's so much downside protection, or there's such good companies that I like them a lot. And there are a bunch of other stocks too, but those are just 3 that came off the top of my head right here. Thoughts on cannabis? I got clobbered. So on that, yeah, a lot of sectors have gotten clobbered. I think it's good long term. So I thought I've talked about some of these before. So if I skip it, I might have talked about it. Thoughts on BNGO? Do you think Bitcoin and market will separate? Talked about BNGO a little bit earlier. Do I think Bitcoin and market will separate? Maybe they seem to go up and down together for the most part, but BNGO or Bitcoin actually stayed up this week, which is nice to see. I think a lot of people will probably be going to Bitcoin over the next quarter or two because they see more institutions buying. And at that point, it's going to be pretty much too late. Shout out to BlockFi down below if you're interested, because they pay interest rates on cryptocurrency. What advice do you have for young investors who lost a lot in this dip? Realize that these companies are the same companies you bought a month ago. Like if it was let's say it was a $1 billion market cap and it's gone down 50%, the companies didn't lose half their cash. They didn't lose half their customers. They didn't lose half their facilities. They're the same company, just cheaper. This is the only thing in life, or maybe one of the only things like assets, stock market, or rental real estate that when they go down in price, you're actually mad about. But even like real estate, if you're holding on to something for the income, you don't really care what it's valued at necessarily. I mean, maybe you do a little bit just so that you have the extra upside if you want to sell. But if I have a piece of rental real estate that's giving me $500 a month, I don't really care as much if it fluctuates in price and goes down in price. If it goes down in price, like if I have a piece of rental real estate that pays me $6,000 a year, $500 a month, and it goes down in price, and there are other ones that go down in price, I'm probably going to go buy more real estate there because it was a good value before, so I'm just going to add more. So that's kind of my thinking. Lakesh says, hi, my financial friend. Hi to you too. What do you think about airline stocks? I think a lot of people are fleeing to these recovery plays. And I think the future of America is more in these growth plays. And that's why I buy a lot of them. But I'm also willing to buy some recovery plays. Just they're pushing up more, and they're more expensive than they were before a little bit now. So just keep that in mind. Make sure that you're not caught bag holding some of them. Okay, it feels bad from being up almost 50% to minus 20%. I guess it's a learning experience. Yeah, so like same thing with me. I was up a lot. Probably 40, 50, 60%. I don't even know, because some of these portfolios are newer and I've been throwing more and more money. So the thing is, gains are as good as you throw a lot of money at the end than you did at the beginning. So it's not like I'm putting in an equal amount all the time, or that I put in one amount and can see where it's going. So I was up a lot. Now I'm down a lot, but I've been adding the whole way. And if it goes back to where the market was before, even if it just hits the same 2 months from now, I'm going to be up a lot from where I was like 2 weeks ago, because I've added so much through the dip. But yeah, it's a good learning experience to have cash there. And so I almost made a video about this for this weekend, because I'm curious your thoughts on this, guys and ladies. I am thinking about putting a good part of my cash of my income in BlockFi. So I have a lot of it already, but a lot of it's going to go to my house. Once I'm done with the house, a lot of my money is just going to be put in the market. Like 90 to 95% of my income is going into the market. My thought is I might end up putting uh, all my tax money and maybe half to more, maybe a little bit more than half in BlockFi in stablecoin. It doesn't fluctuate in price, it doesn't go up and down. It just pays me 8.6 a month, 8.6%. And I'm going to use it as like it pretty much returns what the index funds return, but it's got no downside, or maybe like there's a 0.0001% chance that something happens to BlockFi in general, but I don't think that's going to happen. And then just use that when the market dips to funnel into the market, and then market's going green. Okay, I'll still invest, but for me, some of it is downside protection because I'm making a good amount. So I'll put a lot in BlockFi, guaranteed 8.6%. It's like an 8.6% dividend. Just the stock doesn't appreciate. It doesn't go down in value either because it's not stock, but it's similar if it was a stock. I'm really considering that because there's almost no downside to it. There's a little bit of a cap on upside, obviously, but I'm still going to put a lot of money in the market. It's just I'm going to put some of it into stablecoin. Now, I don't think that's the best idea right now because there's so many deals. But as soon as we see, like, let's see, we see the reverse of what happened the last 2 weeks and the market starts ticking up like it ticked down. That seems almost genius to me. And it seems like there's really no downside to it. So I might be doing that a little bit. Is it easy? Okay, so I have some questions on BlockFi now. Do you okay? Is it easy to transfer between BlockFi and your bank accounts? Yeah, so I just emailed them about this week because again, I have like all my house money there because I'm so comfortable with it, and I realize it's gonna pay me like $1,400 a month with the money that I have right now as I'm shopping for the house. So I emailed them to see how quickly it was because I'm going to be paying cash. So I need to be able to get it out. And they said, yeah, it's going to take like 1 to 3 days. Also, you can do a wire transfer, which you have to pay like $20 for, but then it's done in 1 day, I believe. So I just tested out today or last night. I did a ACH transfer, but yeah, so they say 1 to 3 days. What? Okay, so is BlockFi insured? So it's not FDIC insured. That's for banks. But there has been a significant amount of money, like invested money, going into BlockFi recently. They did like another $150 million round of funding recently. I believe some of the people that started Facebook have been personally investing in it too. So like there are a lot of people that are investing into it. So I don't think it's going anywhere. It's not the same thing as a bank account because it's stable coin. It's not actually cash that you're buying in there. Great to see you live. Appreciate it. Thank you. I've been going live a little bit with a private group, and I've been answering people's questions on my second channel too. I've been posting some videos on people's questions, but it's nice to actually go live. I've just been so busy with so many different things this week, like trying to calm people down, trying to make videos, that it's been hard to actually go live. Okay, if I had $1,000 to invest in the dip, where would I put it? Good question. Um, Actually, sorry guys, I have to go for just 1 second. I have a call from my real estate agent. I'm just gonna put this on pause for maybe 1 second. Let's see. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry, I'm done. I'm done. Thank you for everyone that sat through that. Sorry. Kind of, if you guys don't know, if you guys got on late, I'm in the process of buying a house right now. And I was just on the phone with my realtor. So uh, I have to kind of take those calls, but I didn't want to lose everyone. But at the same time, I kind of have to take those. So sorry for the wait there. Let's get some questions though. So I am going to, yeah, so people are saying, do you know how to lip read? I didn't say any account numbers or anything. So yeah, I was pretty much just saying, yeah, that's good with me. But let's go for a couple more questions, and then I think we'll probably wrap it up. We've been live for, I don't know, 40 minutes at this point. I have some more videos coming out this weekend. I have some more stuff, maybe this today, but probably more this weekend. Make sure your house has a barn definitely after this week. Oh man, I want to show you guys something. My mom, so I still live at my parents' house and buying the new house. My mom has one of the biggest bars I've seen in a house before. She'd probably be embarrassed a little bit if I said this, but I've been getting more into whiskey, so she's been buying different stuff. I'll show you it sometimes, maybe I'll put it up on my Instagram or something. There's a link down to it down below. Maybe I'll post it there at some point. Also, I want to give a shout out because I said I would give personal shout outs to anyone that joined the Patreon. Shabbat Gill. I don't know if you're on this live stream, but he just signed up for the Patreon. If you guys want to know exactly when I'm buying and selling stocks, been buying a lot of dips, been telling everyone what I've been doing, what I thought about different stuff. Like it's basically this, but in text form, and it's every day. Like, let's take a look at what I've just said. Like over the last couple of days, I've been writing so much in here. But if you guys don't want to, or if you have other things that are going on, don't feel like you have to, or I'm trying to sell it too much or anything. But this is all from today, still from today, and then this is from yesterday and the day before. So lots of different things going on. Sometimes I give them like stuff a little bit earlier and stuff like that. Thoughts on WPF? I haven't looked into that one in a while. So I'm probably not the best person to ask on that. Okay. If you have $10,000, where you put it? So I kind of talked about that with $1,000 earlier. Probably a lot of the SPACs that are down a good amount. What are my thoughts on PSTH hitting 24 to 25 today? I saw that it was up a little bit, but honestly, I have not been looking at that one too much. I'll put it in here so that we can take a look. But I don't know how low it got. It was at 26. Okay, so it's been just coming down all week essentially. I mean, it's one of those ones where it could keep on going up, but it also has 20% downside, or 35% downside now, because it can go down to 20 for the redemption value. So I don't know. I wouldn't be putting my money in right now. How old am I? 25. You just signed up for BlockFi. What coins do I recommend? So I don't know if I can't give financial advice. I use GUSD. Gemini is one of the largest companies out there in the crypto space. They back the coin. BlockFi holds, and I didn't explain this well earlier. I didn't explain it at all. They hold 95% of their assets on cold storage. So it's off. So like hackers can't get to it. I like GUSD. It pays 8.6%. There's something that pays 9.3% though too. So you might want to take a look at that one. Thoughts on CCIV? It's good if you're looking long term. What do I think about Riot? I haven't looked at that one in a while. What's my opinion on Pace SPAC stock? I haven't really covered that one either since I covered it weeks ago. It's another one that's priced in right at $10 or $11, probably lower than 11. So yeah, it might be a good spot to park some cash. Jay says 25. No wonder you don't know anything about the market. I don't know. I mean, we've done pretty well this year. Obviously, the last couple of days, SPACs have gotten hit hard, but yeah, a lot of the market has. So yeah, market crash this year, expecting another 5 to 10% down. Yeah, I mean, depending on what you're investing in, it can definitely go 5 or 10% down. Like biotech could go 5 or 10% down in the next 5 minutes. But yeah, I saw a lot of these bigger companies, a lot of the bigger tech companies like Square was down significantly today, and it's been making a little bit of a comeback. But yeah, if you're talking about indexes, definitely could go 5 or 10% down. But some of these SPACs literally can't go down that much. AHAC, any thoughts? I like it long term. SPCE, I did a video on that. Chamath sold 213 million of it. I think it was yesterday or the day before. So definitely got hurt. Okay. Yo, Sam, Workhorse and Matterport apparently valued less than, wait for it. Yeah, so though I've not been invested in Workhorse in a long time, months. Now Matterport I really like, so I've been buying that one all week. What do I think about Switch? I haven't looked into that one before, or SWCH. I wish I had cash. I had cash for IPOE at $15. Yeah, that one's looking good. That's about what I bought it for the first time. Do I think the pullback is over? I think a lot of people will be looking at the market over the weekend and seeing how low some of these growth plays are and trying to probably buy in. But I could always be wrong. That's what I've been buying all week. Okay, what else? Do I always sell my cost input on growth stocks and play with house money? Not always. I did that with CIIC, CCIV, all the ones that start with C. Just kidding. Yeah, so I've done that with some of them, but like BNGO, I've never done that with. Sens, I never did that with. Tesla, I've never done that with. But I can see the appeal to it. Thoughts on Ethereum? I think it's a good asset to have long term, but of course it's speculative. It's not the same thing as a stock with earnings. Like it's a different asset class completely. Buy TMDI now? Maybe. I sold out of TMDI a month ago or so. But yeah, it could be good. I haven't looked at it recently. What makes CLSK so good? So I've done a handful of videos on it. I don't want to go through all of it, but it's got an energy side of their business. They've been acquiring other companies. They have a Bitcoin mining side of their business. Lots of stuff that I've done that. How do I get Patreon? You can take a look at the link down below. So there should be a link right below the video to Patreon. Yeah, you can just hit that link and then sign up. Also, if you guys haven't hit the like button, I would really appreciate it. Definitely a crazy week in the market. So anything you guys can do, like hitting the like button, helps out a lot. Blah. Do I think sell-off is done now? I think so. I mean, we could definitely see more, right? I'd say like percentage-wise that it goes up next week versus down next week. I'd say it's 60 to 65% conviction that it's going to go up. 35 to 40% conviction that it might go down. I'd say we'll generally see an uptrend, but I could be wrong. Am I taking on margin now? So no. So I'm not. Part of that is because yeah, so I'm not taking on margin now, but I'm thinking about it. Okay. I think we're pretty much good now. I know there are a lot of questions I haven't answered. Someone says, how many of these stocks do I own? They're on the watch list. Probably 2/3 of them, maybe a little bit less. Some of these I don't own, but some I just think are good to know what they're at. Again, that portfolio reveal is coming this weekend. Someone has said a couple times, can I talk about ATOP time or OBS V? I haven't looked at a lot of those recently. I have time. I still hold that one, but I'm not adding to it. So how does someone get started on crypto? I talked about that with BlockFi. Check out some of my videos on BlockFi. I think it's a good app to use. But let me know. Okay, so we'll do 5 more minutes. Just until we'll go till 3 o'clock. So 4 minutes. If you guys have any personal questions, you can definitely leave them in this chat, and I'll answer them real quick. Like just fun questions. If you guys have anything, I mean, market's almost closed. It turned green a little bit. Let's have some fun for a couple minutes, and then I'll get off here. I have some stuff to do this weekend, so I'll be kind of away from keyboard. But yeah. Thank you, Mark. Oh, thank you. So stacks around $10, probably SFW. Okay. What did I buy today? What do you say? How low will Neo go? I don't know. That one was, it was down to 32, so probably not lower than that, but I could be wrong. What's it at now? What's Neo at now? I almost bought at 32, but everything was red at that point. Okay, so now it's 37, 37.50. So it's come back a good amount. So I've talked about some other stocks. Okay, so I'll just show you guys what I bought today a little bit. Okay, so let's see. So TTOO I bought today. It's dipped since then. It was the first penny stock that I bought since the dip, and it dipped a little bit more, but I think it's still a good long term. Bought 15 shares of ChargePoint, bought 25 shares of GHVI, 15 shares of SFTW. This was a lot during the dip. 20 more shares of FRSX. And I've been buying these stocks all week. So like I put in like another $500 or $1,000 today. I've been doing that pretty much every day. So that's kind of what I've been doing today. I should, like, hindsight's 2020, like I said, it should more. Some of these I could still buy more of, right? Some of these are still low. But yeah, like STPK I was looking at during this dip, but again, everything was dipping. So that's kind of my thought. Okay. How am I doing? J. Joe wants to know. I'm doing well. I'm excited. I am going away for the weekend with my girlfriend. Going to be able to relax, putting the offer in on the house. So, I mean, there's some, I don't think there's really anxiety there. I should say. I don't think I'm nervous about that too much. I am. So I'm not, I haven't real estate invested before. I haven't bought anything yet, but I'm buying a house now. BTC explodes. Let's see. Is it up? Yeah, it's up 6%. Yeah, guys, so many companies are buying Bitcoin right now. It's something where it's going to be too late once you realize it, or you're going to think it's too late and then it's not too late and that keeps on moving up. And then you think it's too late and you wish you would have bought it and it keeps on moving up. I think now, like, so many companies are going to buy it after Tesla. I bought a significant amount right after Tesla bought, and I would have been buying more like all this week, all last week. But again, most of my money is going to a home. So I will be buying though after that's going to be part of my asset allocation. I'm going to be dollar cost averaging all the time. If you guys want, there's that link to BlockFi. Okay, what else? What else do we have here? A lot of people talk about HCMC. Yeah, I HCMC I'm not investing in, but let's see. I'm guessing it's gone up. Yeah, it's up 20%. Yeah, I mean, it's a risky penny stock. It went from what? Yeah, 0.006 down to 0.0017 or something. So, yeah, I mean, it's to do well if it keeps falling like that kind of thing. Conversion Lab. So I talked about Conversion Lab just so everyone's clear. I talked about it in my Patreon. It was a steal. I bought more of it yesterday, I want to say. It was a steal at the price it was at. So definitely check that one out. Can I put 2,000 into Bitcoin? Yeah. So on BlockFi, you don't have to buy like a full Bitcoin or anything. You can buy part of a Bitcoin. Okay, so I think we'll probably get off here. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you guys want to know anything more about the Patreon or about BlockFi, you can check out the links down below. Thank you guys for watching. Again, like I said, I'm coming out with some videos this weekend. Any support is appreciated by hitting the like button in this video or those videos, because I know some of them will be controversial and stuff. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.